Thank you, Senator Duckworth, for your service and your sacrifice. We share the goal of supporting our military and our veterans. However, the left's latest outrage against President Trump is, as usual, baseless. Here's the truth. The Atlantic article is just one in a long line of lies and political attacks against President Trump by unaccountable fake news outlets and the so-called anonymous sources. Here's another truth, one that won't be covered by the fake news. No one has done more to support our men and women in uniform, including our veterans, and more to restore peace and prosperity for all Americans than President Donald J. Trump. Let me share the facts with some of my colleagues and the media, which they refuse to acknowledge. This president has championed a historic investment of $2.2 trillion into our military, a 3% pay raise for troops, the largest in a decade. He's personally thanked our troops on the ground in Iraq, Afghanistan, South Korea, and Germany. He spent countless hours honoring our wounded warriors at Walter Reed Medical Center and honoring our fallen service members killed in action at Dover Air Force Base. He confirmed plans to withdraw troops from Iraq and Afghanistan, honoring his commitment to end endless wars. And finally, today, he was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize for his leadership in facilitating the Israel-UAE peace deal, a historic step toward a safer world for all. I'm proud to defend President Trump against another desperate political attack, and I proudly stand with him in support of our military and our veterans. This Atlantic hit piece is the antithesis of honest journalism. More than 24 former and current administration officials have rebutted these false claims on the record. In fact, the liberal activist author, who has a history of using sources that are shaky at best, he admitted that his reliance on anonymous sources was not good enough. Well, what's not good enough is the media's treatment of this president and his clear track record of support of our military and their families. Last week, I was at Fort Gordon and Fort Stewart in Georgia, visiting our active duty members. I saw firsthand the opportunities our military leaders now have to grow our safety and security on all fronts, from combating terrorism to making sure our cyber domain is safer. There was a renewed sense of optimism that should bring all Americans comfort. And this is a direct result of the president, of the work that he's doing every single day for our men and women in uniform. They're fighting every single day to protect us, and he is fighting every single day to have their back. Here's the truth. President Trump has delivered on his promises to rebuild our military, to respect our veterans, and to keep our country safe. And it is time to stop playing politics with our national security and those who provide it. For these reasons, Mr. President, I object. Instead of passing a resolution meant to politicize our military, I'm offering my own resolution to honor the service and the sacrifice of the members of the United States Armed Forces, veterans, prisoners of war, and Gold Star families. My resolution also recognizes President Trump's strong record of supporting our troops, taking care of our veterans, and defending the American people from foreign threats. President Trump and I have and always will honor the service and sacrifice of our brave men and women in uniform.